Hey y'all, it's Sierra Joy, and I'm coming to y'all today because I wanted to give y'all an illustration as to how when we come to Christ, when we follow God, it does not exempt us from trials and tribulations. And some people may say, well, coming to God, it seemed like the trials and tribulations are worse. It seemed like the fight is harder. It seems like the fight is stronger. Well, yes, when we go to God, when we come to God, we're going to go through things. We're going to go through trials too. But it's with God that we're able to see the other side. It's with God that we're able to come out of that. As long as we're relying on the world, as long as we're leaning onto our own understanding, as long as we're active in sin, we're going to continue to fall. We're going to continue to find ourselves in cycles. But with God, He can break that cycle. So I'm here to give y'all an illustration today as to why coming to God, the trials may seem harder, the fight may seem stronger, okay? So here I am. God, use me and speak to me. So I'm gonna draw a fruit bowl, okay? Yeah, let's draw a fruit bowl, period. And I'm no Picasso, so please don't do too much. But here's a fruit bowl. Boom, I think I ate that. And I'm gonna let's draw some oranges, okay? Because I love a good orange, especially on a hot day, okay? A cold orange is gonna hit every time. So to be a little artsy, I'm gonna add a little detail. I'm gonna add a little detail, okay? A little detail, period. And I'm gonna draw some mold on some of the oranges, okay? And the mold is gonna represent sin. It's gonna represent us leaning onto our own understanding. It's gonna be represent us following the world, okay? That's what the mold is gonna represent. So mold there, mold there, mold there. All right. So this is what it's looking like. This is what our fruit bowl consists of. Now, if you walked into the kitchen on a summer day and you really wanted a cold orange, right? Which one you going for? You're not going for these. And be real, you're not going for these. You're going to go for one of those two. Why? Because they fresh. They clean. They all nice and, you know, they look like they about to be good, okay? They look like they about to be good. So that's what the enemy is going to do. That's what the enemy wants to do. He wants the good orange. And yeah, he gonna mess with them. But they where he want them to be. They're sinning. They're already leaning onto the world. So he gonna mess with them. He might pick them up and toss them and play a little, do some juggles with them or whatever. But he not gonna mess with them as if he gonna mess with these. Why? Because they clean. He want them to come over to this side. So he gonna fight harder. He gonna fight harder for these ones. He's not gonna fight as hard for these ones. Why? Because he already know they sinning. He already know they down bad. They down bad. So he gonna go for this orange. So I'm gonna draw a line to that orange. And I'm gonna put enemy here. I'm gonna put enemy. But you know who else wants this orange? This clean orange? God. Because they said yes to him. God. He wants that orange too. Boom. Now, you know what we call this fight? We call this fight war. Spiritual warfare, to be exact, okay? So this is why the fight seems like it's harder. This is why when you fall, it seems like it's a hard fall. Because the devil, the enemy want to allow you to hit so hard that you're going to look at God like, really? He want to increase the chances of you turning into mold. He wants to increase those chances of you turning into mold. So he going to make sure you fall hard. But we know God is always victorious. We know God is going to get the glory at the end of the day. Another thing is, just because you have mold does not mean that God doesn't want you. You just haven't said yes to him yet. That does not mean he doesn't want you. He still wants you, right? But it's important to come to God in these early stages. Because if we don't, here goes the mold growing. The mold is going to grow. It's going to grow. And now when we come to God, the cleaning process is going to be so much longer. It's going to be so much longer than it would have been if we came to God with just a little bit of mold. If we said yes to God when we were here, it's going to be so much easier to come to God rather than if we come to God like this. And watch this. Some people may never come to God. But what's going to happen? Oop. Now they affecting other oranges. Now they affecting the people around them. Now it's affecting their work. Now it's affecting, come on now. Now it's affecting everything around them. Right? That's why it's important for us to have godly relationships. Boom. These 2 oranges are clean. These 2 oranges, what? These 2 oranges are clean. Now, bro, now, if this orange was to come with this orange right here, the one with the mold, do you not think the mold that they're growing is going to affect this person? It's going to. It's going to affect them. Okay? And that's what the whole plan of the enemy is. He wants to send distractions. He wants to send people that are not of God to come and to distract you. But God is always victorious. That fight is harder because now there's war involved. Now the enemy wants to have you and God wants to have you too. But you have to continue to fight. You have to continue to go through. You have to continue to push through. And you may look at yourself, look in the mirror and say, I'm so full of mold. But like I said, you want to come to God when you're like this because he can clean you up and get you right. But when you come to God like this, it's going to make it so much harder. You're going to look at God and say, when am I going to be done with this? I'm still cleaning. Like, you're still trying to clean me. You're still working. It's going to be so much easier if you come to God with just a little bit of mold rather than full of mold. Okay? And that's the illustration I have for y'all today. I feel like I low-key ate that up because I was like, okay, bury it. But yeah, coming to Christ does not exempt us. And sometimes it does seem harder because we have the enemy trying to fight for us. And God trying to get us. God trying to have us. The enemy wants to bring us to his side. But God is like, no, she's mine. She's mine. You know, the thing is, ooh, this just dropped in me too. The thing is, this orange, once it said yes to God, it's already God's. It's already God's. So God is not fighting to pull the orange to its side. That's not what's happening because it's already on God's side. The enemy is fighting to pull it to its side. The enemy is fighting to have it like this. God is not fighting. He's just trying to fight the enemy, okay? He's just trying to fight the enemy, but you're already God's. You're already claimed. You're already chosen, okay? Once you say yes to God, you're already victorious. The fight is just harder because the enemy is now trying to pull you. But God doesn't have to pull you because you're already on his side. You're already on his side. God is just trying to remove the enemy. God is just trying to say, I need you to remove yourself from this person because their mold is starting to grow on you. Their mold is starting to grow on you. Now, what you say? God, hold on. God had to remove all of these people out of your life. All of these people, once you say you have mold on you, once you say yes to God, now you're like, God, I'm in a season of isolation. Why? Why am I in a season of isolation? Because you can no longer continue to hang around these people with mold on you. If you're trying to become like the clean one, you can't hang around the people with mold on you. I need you to remove them friends. I need you to step outside of that relationship. I need you to let that work, that job go. I need you to move. My God. Okay? So yes, that is why when we come to God, it's not always easy. But we have to continue to fight. We have to continue to go through it. Allow God to have control. So that's just what I wanted to come in and show.